Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Power Slam Show. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Power Slam. Turn it up, turn it up. It's the Pancake and Power Slam Show. Turn it up.
What is up, everybody? This is Dr. Chris Featherstone. I'm here for episode 614. Aren't we there? Aren't we at 614 of the Pancakes and Powerslams Show? Gotta be sure. 614, I believe, right? Let me make sure. 614 episodes of the Pancakes and Powerslams Show. 614, yes. Wow. 614 episodes of the Pancakes and Powerslams Show, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? All right. How y'all doing? How's the PNP Nation doing? Of course, as you see from the discussion of today, we're going to talk about this crazy, just nuts, childish, weird just stuff going on with Jinder Mahal and Tony Khan initially, and then Jinder Mahal responding to Tony Khan's tweet. So for those, of course, and then we're going to take the questions from the PNP Nation. All right. So actually, let's do this. Let's go ahead and bring, let's do something fun. I'm going to bring this to the, I'm going to bring this up here. All right. Let's do this. All right. So what happens is this. So, let me bring this down. All right. So Tony Khan, let me put this on here. Let me shrink this down and bring this up here. All right. So Tony Khan says this about Jinder Mahal. All right. So he says 73. So at Hook, 28-1 career record on winning streak, calls out the champ. A logical challenge sparks online outrage. Jinder has literally lost every single match he's in for the past year. Immediately gets title shot. Where is the rage? And of course he says, AEW Dynamite tomorrow on TBS. So Jinder Mahal and response. Let's see. Let's pull up Jinder's. So Jinder Mahal in response says this. I'm going to pull up Jinder's here. Let's do all of this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's bring in all the smoke, since for people who don't know. Let's see. Jinder Mahal. Let's see. I'm going to bring up both of them here. Jinder Mahal. I don't even see. I'm going to be sure I'll break up Jinder Mahal tweet. I'm gonna bring up his Twitter or his X. Here we go. So Jinder Mahal says this. I'm gonna bring this up. Be sure. Here we go. So he says, wait a minute. I wonder if I hope that he didn't delete it. Because I just had it. I couldn't find it. I just had it. What's his Twitter? Oh, come on. I just had Jinder Mahal's tweet. I wonder if he deleted his tweet. Oh, I hope he didn't. I hope he didn't delete his tweet. Because I just had it. But I'm going to bring it up regardless, though. I'm going to bring up his tweet regardless because I actually have his tweet. Anyways, because you can't post something on X without of course you keep it. All right, so Jinder Mahal, he says I remember he's saying who TF oh man, I gotta find it because I didn't see it. I don't see it anymore. PNP Nation, if you can real quick put the link of Jinder Mahal's tweet because I just had it. Because it seems as if he I wonder if he deleted it. Because it seems like he did. PNP Nation, if you can find the link. Yeah, he said who was Hook. I remember that. If you can find a link to the tweet, bring it up because I just had it. And I just had the meanwhile Hook. Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I got to find out because I know that. Yeah, he said who is Hook basically. That was his response. His response was who was Hook. So, and he said it in a way that was very condescending to Tony Khan. It makes me wonder if the WWE already got on him about that, which is really, really interesting. That I imagine the WWE was like, we don't want this type of pub of doing that. But I know that him and Bischoff were going at it too. So I'm going to bring up Bischoff's too. I mean, Tony Khan, man, he just, he makes himself a very easy target. Very, very easy target for criticism. And I do think it's one of those things that you don't it's not good for a businessman, especially leading a company, to have that type of he did delete it. Oh, come on, man. So this was the 9th at 11:01. No, 123. It was at 123. All right, so shout out to Wrestle Features, man, because they're the ones that saved the tweet and were able to get it on here. So that is what Jinder Mahal said. He says, who TF is Hook? Oh, let me be sure to bring that up. What's up, y'all? I see everybody in the building. Good stuff. Good stuff. He says, "Who TF is Hook," which is absolutely hilarious that he would say that. Oh, it's not coming up. Oh, here we go. Let's bring this over here. Oh. There we go. There you go. That's what Jinder Mahal said in response right there. Who is Hook? So that was the response from Jinder Mahal. I mean, you know, and then he says, watch Monday Night Raw, and responds says to Tony Khan's watch Dynamite. I think that part was funny, you know, watch Raw. But you know, the whole watch Dynamite thing, I mean, the who is Hook, you know, you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to throw Hook under the bus, man. Hook ain't got nothing to do with this. Tony Khan just used Hook as an example, but you know, Hook ain't got nothing to do with this, man. Leave Hook out of it. He didn't do anything. He didn't have anything to do with it. All right, PNP Nation, what do y'all think about all this, man? What do you think about all this beef with Tony Khan and Hook and the rest of the questions? So I got a question cam right here. So I'm going to look at all the questions this way. And let's see here. We got good evening. What's up, my man? Good evening. Good evening. Happy 2024 from Rorito. Very nice, Rorito. What's up, my man? Yeah, I got multiple camera views now, man. This is the question cam. People's Wrestling. The People's Wrestling Channel. Tony is just a clown, huge mark, and very bad for business. It just reminds people about Jinder's match and how they would probably watch. You know, that's interesting that you said that. It is kind of like a switcheroni when it comes to. Hold on. There we go. It was a switcheroni. It's kind of like the Shivani thing. When he used to do what he did for Mankind, you know, he just calls people to go right back to Raw. So that was kind of counterproductive to what he was trying to do. So that's unfortunate. King of Memorabilia from Rorito. Do you feel R-Truth is given a script for everything he does? I think he's kind of I think what he does, he just kind of says, okay, this is what we want you to do. This is kind of like what the plan is. And this is kind of what they kind of give him probably a template of what they want him to do. And then just let him go, man. And he's been doing such a phenomenal job with that, man. You got to love him. Also, do you feel Rhea will soon break free from Judgment Day? I think that's what you got to do, man. I think there's really no other choice but to break her free from Judgment Day. I do think it just makes sense for her to break free from Judgment Day. I do think a babyface turn is I think that's what you do. I really do. I think that's at the point. That's what you do with Rhea, man. The Judgment Day is getting super stale. Perhaps what you could do is you could have R-Truth just kind of have well, that would be so funny if R-Truth causes Rhea Ripley to see the light. Oh man, come on. Very nice. If R-Truth causes Rhea Ripley to see the light, which causes Rhea Ripley to turn babyface because of R-Truth, that would be absolute. Talk about a payoff. That would be so hilarious, man. Why can't Tony and AEW stop talking about WWE? WWE never talk about AEW. That's a good point. Clown Khan should be trying to fix the many problems in his company rather than focusing on what WWE are doing. Yeah, spot on. I agree. I mean, there's a lot of things in AEW that's are well worth working on and improving, as opposed to WWE as a machine. Yes, there's a lot of issues with WWE. There's a lot of critiques that I have every week, that I do every week. But at the end of the day, they're a machine over there, man, and they know what they're doing, and they do it well as far as a production standpoint. And AEW, they're a young company; they're only 4 years old, and they've got some they got some work to do. And I do, as far as television, I think Dynamite came on in October of 2019, and was it? The announcement was like around New Year's time, 2019, I think, is when that announcement came up. So, yeah, I do think that they've got a lot of work to do in their company than to be worried and focused so much on WWE. That's for sure. How do you feel about WWE doing all these international pay-per-views? I mean, I don't feel anything about it. I do think that it's smart. It's best for business. It's a smart thing to do. And at the end of the day, it's all about the money. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. Even the weird, crazy AEW marks can't defend this. He's becoming harder to defend. This just drives people away from AEW. Yeah, the marks is difficult for the marks to defend it too. How do you feel WWE is going to bring in a surprise? Who do you feel WWE is going to bring in as surprises at Rumble? That's a good question. Let's see. Let's go. I don't even think they had any surprises last year, did they? So, which was whack. It was last year's Rumble was whack, man. It was so predictable that Cody was going to win, and they didn't have any surprises. Well, that's whack. Let's go. I think the surprise is going to be Andrade. That's a surprise. Thoughts on Dolph saying he had been asking to get released. I mean, I believe every bit of it. I mean, like they did a horrible job booking Dolph Ziggler in many ways. I mean, he was the utility guy. He was the guy who was just being utilized so poorly. And then, at the end of the day, I don't blame him. I don't blame him one bit, man. Not one bit. Now, he came to New Japan and Wrestle Kingdom. That was cool. So you spent all that time, in WWE, being a utility guy. Only thing it took was to come one time on New Japan, and he's the buzz of New Japan. You know what I mean? So in Wrestle Kingdom, he's one of the biggest stories of Wrestle Kingdom. You know what I mean? It's like, that's pretty cool, man. Do you feel Cardona will ever go back to WWE? If the money's right. I do think so if the money's right. Yeah. Do you see Naomi signing with WWE again after her contract expires? Oh yeah. There's actually talks about her going to WWE anyway. So I think that she will be there. I think there's a good chance she'll be there before the year is up. Where do you see Natalia Markova signing? Perhaps Impact. Have I seen Iron Claw? If so, what was you right? I haven't seen it yet. I plan on seeing it. Do you see the Creed Brothers winning the tag team championship? Yes. Anytime soon, no, but before the end of the year, possibly. What do you enjoy about working with Bill Apter? Apter is a cool dude, man. He's he's a vet. Oh, he's he just messaged me. Per case in point. After man, he's a legend, man. You know, he's a legend. I'm blessed to call him a friend. I mean, the guy's been working in the business for 50 years, and to be a roommate with him during SummerSlam weekend, to be a friend, you know, to we've developed a really good friendship, him and I, and he's just an old school, just wrestling fan, you know, still. And, you know, he's an amazing journalist. Yeah, man, you know, he's got a wealth of stories. I mean, when we were hanging out all SummerSlam weekend, we were hanging out from let me see, Thursday night. Yeah, Thursday night to Sunday night. I took him to the airport Sunday late, right after SummerSlam, and I slept in the Airbnb by myself the last night, and went to the airport Monday morning. And so I was with him Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days, and that still wasn't enough. I mean, like, he just had so many stories. We had really good conversations. I'm a music guy. I usually always play music while I'm driving, but Bill always had something to say, so much that I didn't have my music on at all. Like, because he was always talking about some story. Like, he's a great guy, man. Bill's my guy, man. Why do you think wrestling is so predictable nowadays? I do not read dirt sheets, and I can go to 5 months without watching wrestling and predict what's going to happen on the show I'm watching. Yeah, I think at the end of the day, it's just a content creation show, man. I mean, it's become a content creation show that's really fan-based, fan-heavy, and the emphasis on developing storylines and doing all those things that brought, you know, pro wrestling to the dance. It's unfortunately not the heavy emphasis anymore. And the problem with that is you're kind of losing steam to what brought you to the dance, unfortunately, for the sake of, you know, you're kind of like selling out to digital media. If you can do booking for the Hall of Fame, who would you include this year, and why won't WWE make a physical Hall of Fame so us fans can enjoy it? I mean, you know, and here's the crazy thing about that. Here's the crazy thing. WWE has a performance center, a huge performance center that they had a WrestleMania at because of COVID. They had the WrestleMania at the performance center. So they have the ability to book a physical Hall of Fame, and they have a huge warehouse. They have a huge warehouse that they can also make a physical Hall of Fame building. So the crazy part of all that is you can do a physical Hall of Fame if they're a WWE. It just doesn't make sense of why they haven't built it yet. Who would I include this year? I would headline what's in Philly. I would definitely have Heyman in it. I wouldn't have Heyman headline it though. Possibly The Rock headline it. It would be cool if you have Rock Roman, you have The Rock headline it, and you also have Heyman in it, because it's, you know, Heyman's got the Philly rub, and then The Rock is in it because he's going, you know, he's going against Roman Reigns. So yeah, that would be cool. So if you have The Rock headline it because he's going against Roman, and then Paul Heyman be a part of it because, you know, he's the Philly guy. He's the one who brought ECW to the map. So that would be cool if you did that. Do you see The Rock beating Roman? Nope. Or do you see the passing of the torch when this happens? When that happens, I see a passing of the torch more than I see Rock beating Roman. I mean, if they want some type of like knee-jerk reaction, have The Rock beat Roman, and then have Cody cash in the day after, and have Cody. You can have Cody beat Priest and then have Cody cash in on Rock, and then you can commence a heel Cody run. And you can also have, Jay versus Cody. That can be a big feud throughout the summertime and going into SummerSlam. Do you think Punk would dethrone Seth? Do you think Priest will have a successful cash in? I think Priest will, but it just doesn't seem like they know when yet. Do I think Punk would dethrone Seth? I don't see it. Punk coming in, winning the title after 10 years. And he looks like he's definitely got some work to do. I saw the MSG match. I mean, he definitely doesn't look in shape. He definitely's got some time to go with that, with getting back in shape. So I definitely think there's some time in 3 months, to put him back into ring shape and make him world champ. No, I don't think so. I bet WWE love when Clown Khan tweets, because now people are talking about Jinder Mahal. Indeed. He's kind of right, but both companies just have talent as fillers nowadays. They do. Both of them do. I mean, that's one of those things. I mean, like, yes, Hook is 28-1 or whatever he is, but when has Hook been relevant on Dynamite? I mean, he had a huge, he was super over for a while. People was really, really feeling Hook. And then he just got cooled off like everybody else did, man. I mean, it was horrible booking. What's up, Rollin? Or Tony Khan and Jinder Hall countrymen? One of them is, and the other one, one of them is, and the other is a question on my trivia that I'm going to do on the after party, so I don't want to spoil it. I kind of am going to spoil it though. Just about to leave work. Elvis, what's up? Which teams do you think will go to the Super Bowl? It seems like they're trying to plug San Fran and Baltimore, because they're two of the best teams. I wouldn't be surprised if it was San Fran and Baltimore. But, if it was up to me, hey, I'm a Ohio guy. I'm a Titans fan. The Titans stink. They actually fired Mike Vrabel today. So Mike Vrabel is fired. So he's no longer going to be the coach of the Titans. Was there since 2018. First 3 years. First 2 years. No, first 3 years. No, 4. He had above 500 records. And then last year and this year was below 500. I think they would have given him another chance if last year wasn't such a letdown. Number one in the AFC last year for 2 months, and then every single week within 2 months, you fall lower and lower and lower in the AFC until the very last game. You needed to win one game out of 7 to get to lead the AFC and go in the playoffs. You lost 7 straight games, including against a Jacksonville team who was 7-9 at the time, beat Tennessee in the last game of the season, and went in the playoffs at 8-9. That goes to show, and that was embarrassing. And then this year started off rough. I mean, we just won. We just won our last game, but at the same time, it's like, okay, yeah, we're 6-11 this year. I mean, so, well, at least we won our last game. Okay, sure. All right, let me get these done before I go. Fat Clown Con knows Jinder hasn't won a match, means either he's or someone in AEW. Yeah, I was thinking about that too. I was like, hey, so do you pay attention to Jinder Mahal more than you should? I mean, that's weird. What's up? Do you know what is the race, ethnicity, Tony Khan and Jinder Mahal? Which exact countries are Tony Khan and Mahal from? Well, I know that Jinder Mahal's, his ancestry is Indian, but as far as Khan, is he Saudi or Pakistani? Let me see. Shad. Let's see. His nationality is Pakistani. Yeah, I was right. He's from Pakistan. So Shad, his father is Pakistani. So that's his origin. That's his ethnicity. Although he was born American. I think he was born in Chicago area or Illinois somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, Champaign-Urbana. Yep. So he is a guy from Chicago area. Well, not too far from Chicago. That's Champaign-Urbana is how far is that from Chicago? I know that's still like western, kind of midwestern Chicago. Let's see. To Chicago. It's 2 hours from Chicago. So Chicago's like northwest Illinois and northeast Illinois. Like Chicago's northeast Illinois, and Champaign is more central eastern Illinois. So 2 hour drive from Chicago. So yeah, he was born there. So he's American. Pakistani roots though. I love how he tweeted the watch Raw bit. That was hilarious. Yeah, that was funny. Titan play spoilers. Yeah, they played spoilers. They helped the Steelers get in. So that was for all the Steeler fans out there, you're welcome. Hot garbage. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I love we are getting behind the scenes look at your office. Thank you. Thank you. There's another behind the scenes too, right there. There you go. There's the front and there's the behind the scenes. Yeah. That's a good response by Jinder Mahal. He's making a point. Do you think that Taz wants his son in the WWE? Huh. Hook in the WWE? How would the WWE use Hook? It would be interesting if Hook was in NXT. That would be interesting. Don't MJF and every pro wrestler on the planet have to work for WWE to have a shot at being the greatest pro wrestler ever? I think so. Yeah. Although working for WWE, Flair was only there a couple of years. I mean, well, he was there after, post 2001 for a little bit, but that was definitely the latter years, the twilight of his career. But he definitely didn't establish himself in the WWE. He's not a WWE established guy. And, he's arguably the greatest of all time to some. But I get your point, though, and I agree with it for the most part. What are some solutions to lower the unhoused people? Do you think a no campaign ban is the answer? Oh, gosh. Man, you're giving me political questions. I gotta spend some time with that. You're trying to give me some. Get some free consultation out of me as a psychology doctor. I don't know if I can give you that type of consultation now. I was just looking at my clock. The short answer to that is perhaps some private funding. We can elaborate on that later. I just realized that I don't even know what MJF stands for. Maxwell Jacob Freeman, that's what it stands for. And honestly, until he works the 4 major leagues like WWE, I really don't care what MJF stands for. I don't even watch AEW highlights. But there you go. There you go. People from it's difficult to watch AEW unless you're like a hardcore fan. I haven't watched a full episode in AEW in a long time. So Booker T was a surprise in Rumble last year. That's right. He was, because they were in Texas, right? Your good friend, Mr. Kennedy, has said he wants to come back to WWE, so maybe he's in the Rumble. Let's find out. I got a row. We got to go to the after party, but that would be interesting. I'm sure that he would want to. How did you show tweets on screen? I don't know. You could do that on StreamYard. I was able to plug it in my device here in my switcher. So it's a cool way to be able to show tweets while I'm going. Like, I can show live tweets too without having to go through the StreamYard stuff to go on there. But I could actually show a tweet on the screen through screen share on StreamYard, but I'm also able to just swipe it live as well through my setup. Have I been to the PC? I have not. No. Malty's in the building. What's up, my man? You could have Cody Turnhill because The Rock took his Mania spot. Yeah, I've said that. I said that. I think I said that last week, or I said it in another show. I mean, that would be a good way for Cody to turn heel. I mean, he took his Mania spot. He could say, who does the Rock think he is stealing a spot? I mean, that, sure. The squares on the wall behind you, frames or TV screens. The squares behind, these are sound panels behind me. Yeah, those are sound panels. All right, we got to roll. Hashtag Ask Doc for any questions. Real quick, we got a new person in the building. Welcome, Curvin. Looks like you are new. Welcome, new. And introduce, welcome, Curvin. It's sad the times we live in. Khan knows bad press or any press will get attention out of it. Yeah. And, you know, bad press to a narcissist is fine. You know what I mean? Like, if someone's dealing with that type of self-aggrandizing behavior, they're fine with that, man. They're cool with that. So it's all good in them. You know, it's press. You know, I'm the talk of the town, and you know, people are saying some things about me that is still putting me on the limelight. So, all right, y'all. Patreon.com/ Pancakes and Power Slams. That is patreon.com/ Pancakes and Power Slams. So, of course, we have the after party. More questions to me, but you will be on the screen as well. We'll be chatting and having fun when you be on the screen. And also, we've been doing trivia every week. So we've been doing having a lot of fun. And I've got some fun things too. This trivia thing on the after party is starting to catch some momentum. So I'm actually considering giving some prizes out. So you got to join the Patreon to do that. Of course, that's patreon.com/ Pancakes and Power Slams. We're heading over now. This week's trivia, ladies and gentlemen. Jinder Mahal trivia, ladies and gentlemen. Jinder Mahal trivia. We're going to have a great time. I am Dr. Chris. That's a good question. Curvin didn't know it was Ask Doc. So we're going to do Ask Doc. I do see a question here. If you're going to have the power to change one WrestleMania match ending, what is going to be? That's a really good question. One of the endings that I would have changed, I would have had Booker T beat Triple H at WrestleMania 19 for the World Heavyweight Championship. I think that it was a thrown together feud, but having Triple H beat Booker T, I think that's number 2, actually. Number 1, interestingly enough, also involves Triple H. I would have had Sting beat Triple H at WrestleMania 31. That is the number 1. That is number 1. I would have had Sting beat Triple H at WrestleMania 31. Hey, everybody. everybody know about the Pancakes and Powerslam show and how much fun we have and how much, you go backstage to answer your questions every single week. We're going to have some fun at the after party. I am Dr. Chris Featherstone. This is the Pancakes and Powerslam show. Until next week, enjoy your week of wrestling. God bless, and always remember, I do it for you. Have a good night, everybody. So long.